Hi guys, and welcome back to 101 with Frank Pinson. We have the main man right here, the sales rep of the year, the guy with the golden shoes, Mr. Andrew Barkley. How are you, sir?
Good, Frankie. Good to see you.
Thank you for coming, man. So let's jump right into this thing. So for the people who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I grew up in Dalton. Frankie and I were actually high school classmates and friends. 03, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, grew up in Dalton, went to Auburn, and back in town. So I'm glad to be back, and Dalton's my home.
So shout out your family members. Who you got? You got your brother, your
right.
mom and
got
dad?
My brother. He was a proud Catamountain mom and dad, and Pat just moved to Savannah, but I got my wife, an out-of-town girl, to move to Dalton.
That's
so
right. We'll talk about her in a second. So so let's talk about those high school days, the class of 03. We did some epic things on that football field with the class of 02 as well. Can you talk about your favorite teacher? Let's give somebody a shout out here.
So big shout out to Coach Bennett, Coach Garrett, and I got to mention Coach McClurg and Miss Brigman. Those four people right there had a huge impact on my life, and a big part of the reason why I love Dalton so much is the impact that they were able to have on all of us.
On all of us, I know. It made it just feel like a community, you know what I mean? Yeah. So they were on us like family members, you know?
That's right.
So I want to take the time to shout out Miss Gleaton. You remember Miss Gleaton?
Oh, yeah, I remember Miss Gleaton.
So that was my favorite teacher right there coming up. So after high school, like I said, you went off and went to college. Can you talk about what school it is you went to and what you majored in?
Yeah, so I went to Auburn. I was a business administration student. Was initially going to be a law student. My brother actually wound up falling in those paths, but graduated from Auburn in 08 and immediately took a job with Shaw.
Oh man, so your brother got the good genes.
That's right.
Your brother got the good
focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your major, business administration, for the kids that's watching today who may follow that same path, you remember what was your favorite class and what was your worst class? You was like, I'm glad I'm done with that.
I'll tell you, my favorite class at Auburn, this might sound cheesy, but it was just some of my economics classes. Just learning about business and the broader economy. You really learn a lot, and it builds your perspective. That being said, economics was my favorite, but also economics was also one of my least favorite.
Least favorite. Okay,
so but I definitely learned a lot, and definitely bleed orange and blue. War Eagle, baby.
Man, that's right. So like I say, after graduating in 2008, what was the recruitment process to come into work for a great company like Shaw? You know what I mean? How was that? When people think of Shaw, they just think of old carpet, you know what I mean? Can you talk about that process for you?
Yeah, so I was really fortunate to have had a job opportunity right out of the gate with Shaw. A lot of people don't understand, being from Dalton, that it's a really rigorous process to join the company. It is, and I was fortunate to have other job offers to weigh against whether or not I was going to join Shaw, but ultimately the company and the people, but also the scale and what we mean to the community is why I ultimately decided to join the company.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's like that you just said there, because it took me maybe 3 or 4 years before I could actually get on permanent, you know what I mean, with Shaw. It's very rigorous. So coming from a town like this, I mean, it's always great that you have a great company right here that's in your hometown that you can come back and work for, correct?
Right.
All right. So that's good stuff. So once being hired at Shaw, you got to move off and see different places that we normally don't see. Where is it that you went?
So right after I was out of sales training, I was in Dalton for a couple of years, but was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to move to San Jose, California.
The Cali
and yeah, you want to bring a redheaded Southern boy to the West Coast. It was an adjustment, but man, I loved it, and I miss all my friends, and just it was such a beautiful area, but such an opportunity, and I grew a lot through that whole process.
So talking about growing through that whole process, I think you're a lucky dude, man. I think you're my friend is lucky. You moved off and got to marry up.
That's right.
And,
that's the mark of a good salesman.
Yeah, I know. So who is this you have? Can you give him a shout out?
Yeah, so that's my wife, Emma. Emma and I, she's an Auburn girl as well. We actually met at a wedding when we graduated, but when I moved to California, she took a job a mile and a half away from where I lived. Really? So if I didn't move to California, we never would have gotten together. And everything, you will talk about meant to be. I was able to come back. She was able to be transferred to Georgia. So it was definitely a blessing.
Yeah, I was going to say that is seriously a blessing. So can you talk about, in a relationship-wise, moving from California back to here in our hometown? Was it a hard adjustment? You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, it really was. I found myself really getting pulled into the West Coast lifestyle. I mean, I lived an hour outside the desert, 45 minutes away from the beach, and 2 hours from the mountains. So you could go skiing one afternoon, and then the next morning you could go to the beach and hang out and have a picnic. So it was really hard to come back. But just the opportunity and just, I miss getting to see everybody.
Yeah,
so.
That is. I know Dalton has that home atmosphere. That's it right there. So let's get into the real reason why you're here. So what is the Dancing Stars of Dalton? Can you talk to us about that?
So Dancing Stars of Dalton is an annual fundraiser to help raise awareness, but also funds for Alzheimer's research. It's a charity where the funds go to support local caregivers, but also research to the cause. So it's mirrored after, Dancing with the Stars, but so there's a fun performance aspect to it, but there's really a serious cause, which is to raise money.
Yes, that's it. So, I mean, how did you get involved, and how much is it you have to raise, and how does that work?
So, James Dixon, you remember James?
Yes, I remember
James. James did it a couple years ago, and James invited me to try it out, and at first I was like, there's no way. This is out of my comfort zone. There's no way. But my wife was like, how can you not? My grandfather has Alzheimer's, and so does my wife's grandmother. So it hits home.
It's bigger than you.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely bigger than you. So you said, well, I have to do this, right? Okay, so how can we help you? I see here in this picture, how can we help you? How can we donate to the cause to help you go out and do these good things? How can we do that?
Yeah, so we're looking to raise $25,000 per participant. So right now I have around $16,000, and if someone's interested in supporting the cause, certainly Google 2017 Dancing Stars of Dalton, Andrew Barkley, or you could Google 2017 Stars of Dalton Alzheimer's. That'll take you into the website, give you an opportunity to understand a little bit more about the cause, but also the ability to donate.
Yes, okay. So can you talk about the atmosphere of the actual event? I know I saw a couple pictures of it. It's like all out in there.
That's
lights,
right.
Camera. So who is it that you're dancing with? And give them a shout out. How's that work?
Yeah, so my partner, who's kind of been my emotional coach to this, is Tammy Harrelson. So Tammy, I hope you're going to be watching. But the atmosphere, it's really lively. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the biggest social events in Dalton, and it's so it's going to be based in the performance, but obviously founded in that serious cause of supporting Alzheimer's.
Okay, so I know that class of 03, we're competitors. You know what I mean? We do this. Who is it we want to go at right now? I got my money on my boy right here.
I'll tell you what.
Who we want to go at right here?
So I'm going after Frank Patterson. Frank, if you're watching, I'm looking for you. Frank's my neighbor. He also practices in the same dance studio. So my partner Tammy is really good friends with his pro, Tisha. So I've got to take him out.
Frank, not this Frank. Frank, we coming at you, man. You know what I mean?
Coming for you.
You challenged my guy. We're coming at you. We're gonna outdance you out here. So, what's your favorite dance that you're doing right now? I know that your pro has you doing all types of things. What's your favorite?
Yeah, so we're doing a cha-cha, and then we're I can't say too much, but we're doing a cha-cha and going into a mambo. So as the music picks up, you got to kind of cut a step. So that's when the mambo comes in.
That's when it comes in right there. So once again, when is this event, and how can we watch again?
Yeah, so the event's April 29th. It's at the convention center, and it's at 6 o'clock, and it actually goes until midnight. So if anyone's interested in tickets, you can certainly find them on the Dancing Stars of Dalton website. They're available there. Also, you can certainly see me. You're going to see a lot of flyers all over the place, and if you come, there's also an opportunity to win a 2-year lease of a Mercedes-Benz.
That is right. I need that Benz in my life.
That's right.
I need it in my life.
And I got some tickets for you if you're interested.
Okay, so how can we contact you to get the tickets? Can we on Facebook or anyway? Yeah,
so you can look on Facebook. You certainly Google Andrew Barkley on Facebook. And then also, you can shoot me an email, 47barkley@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll be happy to help you out.
That's it, man. Hey, appreciate you coming, man.
Thanks, Frankie.
Wish you the best of luck, man. So, Frank, watch out for that, all right?
Better watch out.
So, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.